Hey guys, DC Network here, coming at you with another video. So, some pretty huge news coming out on Tuesday, June 12th. A judge has approved the AT&T and Time Warner merger. If you don't know already, AT&T bought out Time Warner for $85.4 billion in the fall of 2016. And it's just got approved now that the merger will be going through, and it will be done on or before June 20th. So, if you don't know already, Cartoon Network is under the Time Warner umbrella. Time Warner is the owners of Cartoon Network. So, pretty much as of June 20th, or if not before June 20th, Cartoon Network will be owned by AT&T. Now, I've talked about this before, how I think that this is huge. This could finally make a big change at Cartoon Network. This could be the change that really turns Cartoon Network around. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because if you're AT&T, you just spent $85.4 billion buying out Time Warner. Of course, Cartoon Network isn't your number one reason for buying Time Warner, but it is part of the Time Warner brand. It's part of their subsidiaries. So obviously, you want everything that Time Warner owns, all of their subsidiaries, you want them to do well. So if you buy Time Warner and you say, hey, we're losing money on Cartoon Network. What's going on about that? We just spent $85.4 billion and we're losing some money on Cartoon Network. What's going on? They look into it a bit more and they see that all the fans are complaining about Cartoon Network scheduling, a lot of the shows having the same style, no action shows, too much comedy shows, reboots, all of that stuff. You see them complain about all of that. And then AT&T's gonna be like, hold on a second, why hasn't this been fixed yet? What's going on? So then they go up to Christina Miller, find out what's her story, go up to the other execs at Cartoon Network, see up with their story. Then they have to make an executive decision on what they want to do with the network. Now, in my mind, what would happen is that AT&T would most likely decide either to give her one more chance, Christina Miller and the executives, or to just fire them all and just get brand new executives in at Cartoon Network. Now, honestly, I'm a fan of the latter happening because I think that, Christina Miller's been in for 4 years now. She got hired in 2014. And to be honest, I think many of you will agree with this statement. The network hasn't gotten better since 2014. It's gotten worse. People were complaining in 2014 that the network wasn't doing well. Well, what about now? I would say it's 10 times worse now than it was in 2014. At least in 2014, we still had an action show on the network. Where's the action shows now? They're nowhere to be found. So honestly, I'm a fan of AT&T firing Christina Miller and the executives at Cartoon Network and bringing in some new people in that actually know what they're doing. Because, the Cartoon Network brand, I would say it's not doing that well right now. From obviously with the fan base at least. I don't know. Financially speaking, I know the ratings are down. I don't know how merchandise is doing, but I do know that the ratings are down. They're not doing well on TV. People aren't tuning into the network. So I would think that, AT&T seeing all this would most likely want to make a change. And I think that 100%, in my opinion, I think that a change will be made by 2020. 100%. I don't think that they're going to let this go on for another 2 years, all the nonsense that's happening at Cartoon Network right now. I don't know if that means, obviously, worst case scenario, they just disband the network. Cartoon Network is no more. I don't think we're at that point yet. We are approaching that point. If this continues for 5-10 more years, then yeah, that's probably going to happen. But I think right now we're at the point where we'll try it again. We'll get some new executives in. We'll get some new people to get new ideas, new shows to come out. And then if that doesn't work out, then, we got to start thinking about the Cartoon Network brand going forward. But right now I think we're at the point where just new executives and a new president, all that would help fix the network. Now, obviously, do I have a person in mind for them to bring in? No, I don't. I have no clue who I would want to bring in. Obviously, Jim Samples is the first person that comes to mind, but I don't know the willingness of him to come back right now. I don't know what he's up to right now. I really don't know, who they would go to, honestly, or what group they would go to. But I think that 100% there will be a change at Cartoon Network by 2020. And I know 2020 is pretty far away, but they're not going to let this all go on for much longer. The merger's going through now, so you figure to the end of the year they're not going to do anything. Maybe they'll wait till like halfway through 2019 and be like, all right, let's see. We have this new show, Infinity Train, coming out. Let's see if that gets people hyped with Cartoon Network's brand. If that doesn't do anything, which, Infinity Train, I'm pretty sure it's going to get the ratings to go up. But if it's still not a big jump, then I gotta think that they're going to make a change. And they're going to do something to try to, get the Cartoon Network brand back to where it was in the early 2000s. Anyways, to sum this all up, I do think that this merger will be a good thing for Cartoon Network. I think that it will bring change to the network, and hopefully that would be changed for the better. Because honestly, I know that I don't want to jinx it or anything, but I really feel like the network can't get much worse to where they've been in the past couple of months, in the past couple of years. I really feel like this is an all-time low for Cartoon Network, and I don't think it could get much worse. Unless if they completely give up on the network and they just like stop funding it and whatever, then obviously that's much worse. But if they're trying with it, I think that this is probably the worst that it's going to be in the history of the network, and hopefully it's going to get better sometime soon. But anyways, leave a comment in the comment section below if you think that the AT&T merger will bring some new and better changes to Cartoon Network. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.